Hey YouTubers, Raven here, and today we'll be doing another chapter in the Freshman. Now then. This is 14 of 17, and I believe that, that this story arc might last the rest of this chapter? Or the rest of this book. Then after this, I will be doing a, just for a future, so that you guys knows what's coming up, I'll be doing Love Bites. I'll be doing this one, after we finish book 1. It's a Halloween special for the freshmen, because it'll be roughly that time of year, I believe, because book 2 right here is shown to be winter, so the end of book 1 should be around the fall, so we'll do that. And yeah, so let's get started here. Chapter 14. When James's pompous parents come into town, you agree to pretend to be his fiancé. Did we actually agree, guys? Have we agreed yet? We haven't pushed the button. Chapter 14, The Ashton Affair. Moments ago. And so this is the girl you wanted us to meet. Yeah, this is her. One of your classmates, darling. Actually, she's my fiancé. What? James shoots you a pleading look. What should you do? Play along. Sorry, James. I didn't realize you'd already told them about our engagement. I'm Tristen. It's nice to meet you. George Ashton, and this is my wife, Olivia. A pleasure. Mr. Ashton shakes your hand, and Mrs. Ashton gives you a polite nod. They glance at Vasquez. And who is this? I. James looks at you at a loss. You clear your throat and step forward. Allow me to introduce... my grandfather. Your what? It's all right, grandfather. I know your memory is sometimes a little shaky. I am not a senile old man. There. You pat his arm and smile ruefully at James's parents. He's a little grumpy without his afternoon nap. Right. Well, we'll be on our way shortly then. Mr. and Mrs. Ashton turn to you. Tristen, we'd love to get to know you better while we're in town. Yes. Why don't you join us for dinner tonight? You don't have to do that. Besides, I'm sure she's very busy. Nonsense, James. She's going to be part of the family after all. We insist. All right. Perfect. We'll meet at the Savoy at 6 o'clock sharp. After Mr. and Mrs. Ashton leave. So are you going to tell me why your parents think we're engaged? It's a little complicated. I can't wait to hear it. James looks from you to Professor Vasquez. Vasquez busies himself with the papers on his desk. My parents want me to major in business, to inherit my family's investment company, to marry the right woman. Wow. You are so screwed, or that must be a lot of pressure on you. It must be a lot of pressure. It was. until I decided to pursue my own path. Let me guess. You haven't told them you're still single and studying literature. No, I haven't. First, if they knew I was single, they'd pressure me to date some well-connected girl they've hand-selected. That doesn't sound so bad. I've never liked anyone they've picked before. Oh. And secondly, they wouldn't understand why I want to be a writer. Isn't it hard to keep that secret? It's what you love. It's not easy, but I have to stick with it, at least until I finish my play. Will you help me out? Behind you, Professor Vasquez clears his throat. I strongly believe she should. This is an excellent opportunity for you, Tristen. You mean for you? I never said it was mutually beneficial. Go to dinner with Mr. and Mrs. Ashton and tell me all about it. If Vasquez says I have to, or I would be honored to be James's fake fiancé. I would be honored. Thanks, Tristen. I'll pick you up at 5:30. You turn to leave. And Tristen, if you're having dinner at the Savoy, I suggest you dress for the occasion. I'll work on it. Back in the dorms, you find Zach in your room. There she is. I got all your texts and read them twice. You and James engaged. You move fast. I hope I'm invited to the wedding. Ha ha, Zach. Can we stop thinking about the I do and focus more on the I wear? I don't think I have an outfit that will impress a pair of very sophisticated, fancy people. Not to mention James, right? Well, I suppose you will be at this dinner too. Hey, don't worry. I have already called a friend of mine. She works at the upscale boutique and can get you the perfect dress. I know this dinner will go much better if I dress up. Or what the hell are my options? That dress is ugly as all sin. I am sorry. I love the colors, but not like that. Maybe it's time to go for the little black dress. I mean, the green one is pretty and all. You know what? I'm gonna go with the green dress. What do you think? It's a little plain, but there's nothing wrong with a classic look. I'm sure it'll be fine. Thanks. At 5:30, James arrives at your door with a bouquet of roses. What are these for? Can't I do something nice for my fiancé? They're a thank you for agreeing to do this for me. They're beautiful. So are you ready to go, or did you need a change? This is what I'm wearing. Is there something wrong with it? No, I meant to say that you look nice. That's more like it. He holds out an arm. Shall we go? Yes, I believe we shall. Downtown, you and James walk toward the restaurant. I should probably warn you that my parents will try to intimidate you since we're engaged. Don't worry about me. I can handle myself, but we should probably get our stories straight. What do they know about me? Very little. They know I proposed last week after we'd been dating a year, and that we met at a meet and greet for future business leaders. Meet and greet. Okay, we have to remember that. A meet and greet. Because it was in red. So, I'm also a business major? Yes. And you take your career very seriously. You're even in the Sherman Jones Fellowship Program this summer. A meet and greet and the Sherman Jones Fellowship. I take it that's some super fancy fellowship for business people? Very astute. You're talking to a future CEO after all. What about my family, my hobbies, skeletons in my closet? I didn't elaborate, so it's up to you. Don't go overboard. Too late. I've already got it. My family's rich, I like golf, and my dark family secret is my crazy mother lives in the attic. I killed a man when I was 15, or my father pays people off not to talk about my incestuous twin siblings. Oh my gosh, I have to go with the twin siblings. That's twisted. Now I'm nervous. I'm joking, don't worry, I'll stick to the script. I'll be the best fake fiancé ever. I'm holding you to that. He smiles at you and moves a little closer, and your phone buzzes. Sorry, I should get this. You open your purse and rifle through it, searching for your phone. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did you ever hear back from Vasquez's daughter? Nope. I sent her a text yesterday to follow up, but there's still no answer. I don't think she's going to talk to me. Ah, here it is. You pull out your phone and glance at it. It's Caitlin. I can get it later. No, please. I'll leave you to it. James walks a few paces in front of you, and you quickly pick up. Caitlin? Hey, Tristen. I've been thinking about you all day. Oh, great. You have? Trust me, I am never going to forget how amazing last night was. Which brings me to my next question. What are you up to tonight? Oh, I have a dinner tonight. Maybe tomorrow? Okay. I'll talk to you later then. You hang up and catch up with James. Everything alright? Yeah. Caitlin's just seeing what my plans are tonight. Is she feeling better? What did you end up doing when she got back from the hospital? There we go. Nothing much. A horror movie marathon, then you think back to last night, then last night in your bedroom and blush. Bed. We all went to bed. It was nice. It was a nice end to a crazy weekend. I'm glad for her. And for you. For me? Yeah. You were really upset at the hospital. You must care about her a lot. I do. Caitlin is very special to me. Oh. I see. She's very lucky then. You and James round the corner and approach the Savoy. All right. There's the restaurant. James reaches for the door. What just dinged? Oh. Okay. Are you ready for dinner, fiancé? After you, fiancé. Taking a deep breath, James ushers you inside. Inside the restaurant, a maitre d' leads you to the table in the back. James turns to you. I hope you don't mind. James puts an arm around your waist and pulls you close. Okay, it was the Sherman Jones thing and a meet and greet, right? For appearance's sake. You want us to look like a couple, huh? Maybe you should move your hand lower. As tempting as that sounds, I don't think I should do that right now. But I'll keep that in mind for later. James keeps his hand firmly on your waist as you arrive at the Ashton's table.
Right on time, you two. I have already ordered some wine to start.
James, dear, didn't you tell your fiancé about the Savoy dress code? Mrs. Ashton is not a fan of your outfit. Shoot. Should have went with the black dress, but I don't really care. Dress code?
Oh, it slipped my mind, but she looks great the way she is, doesn't she?
Aww.
Anyway, it's great to see you two could come out tonight. We couldn't believe it when James told us he was engaged.
I was almost certain you didn't exist, but here you are.
Now, don't mind Olivia. She's upset she didn't get James to talk to that one girl. What's her name?
Vanessa Kingsley. But never mind that. This is our chance to get to know her. Tell me, how did you and James meet again? At a meet and greet. James was the first person I introduced myself to at a meeting for business majors. I didn't think I'd talk to anyone else that night. I don't think I talked to anyone else that night.
Me either.
You notice James's hand reach for yours, and you hold James's hand. You clasp James' hand and smile at him. James smiles back. It was the best night of my life.
You can say that again.
Mrs. Ashton clears her throat. So, Tristen, both you and my son intend to major in business? As my husband tell you, it can be a hard path to distinguish yourself in.
The road to greatness is never easy.
I agree. I take my career very seriously. Actually, this summer I'm going to do a part-time at the, I assume you're aware of it, the Sherman Institute, Sherman Jones or whatever.
That's an excellent program. And competitive to get into.
I want to be the best, and I'm not going to let anything get in my way.
I wish my son were that determined. I'm expecting him to take over the company that I've run for the last 30 years. You know, I built that up from nothing. I wouldn't have been able to do that without ambition. But James has never shown any initiative. That's not true. Then how come you turned down that internship at Kingsley's company last summer? It wasn't the right opportunity. It was the perfect opportunity.
George, now let's not get into this now. James will fall in line. I have something far more important to ask.
What is that?
You two have only been dating for a year. Why the rush to get married? Because we're in love. That's sweet, but are you certain there's no other reason you're interested in my son?
What are you implying?
James is an Ashton, and sometimes with our reputation can't associate, and someone with our reputation can't associate with just anyone. I merely want to make sure an ambitious girl like yourself isn't in it to take advantage of James's position.
Tristen isn't like that.
James, I've got this. Do you really think I'm only marrying James for his name? You don't give him enough credit. James is wonderful. He's well dressed. He's articulate. Words just come right out of his mouth.
Tristen, you don't have to do this.
I'm not done. James is also kind. He's considerate and thoughtful of how I feel. Not only that, but he's hard-working. He doesn't give up until he's finished something, and
Yeah, he doesn't give up until he's finished something and done it well. Well, blah blah blah. And that's not the only part, and that's only part of the reason why I like him. He's not only my fiance, he's my friend. I know that he'll disagree with me when I'm wrong, and that he's got my back when I need him. I respect him a great deal. That's why I want to marry him. For a moment, no one says anything. Mr. and Mrs. Ashton look taken aback. I rest my case? It's all right, dear. You don't have to defend yourself further. In fact, I'm mildly impressed. Thanks. I've impressed his parents. Like I care. And it's clear you care about our son. Of course I do. As for me, I hope he doesn't disappoint you. I've yet to see him work hard when it comes to his career. That's not true. It's just not a business that I'm interested in. What? What do you mean by that? James, what are you doing? You were right, Tristen. I don't know how long I can keep this up. After hearing what you said about me, let's just say you inspired me. Mom, Dad, I have no intention of taking over the family firm. What? I'm going to be a writer. That's what I've been working towards my entire school career. I didn't take the internship at Kingsley's firm because I chose to work directly with Enrique Vasquez. The author? You turned down a job to write? That's so preposterous I can barely speak. James, I don't understand why you've changed your mind. Did Tristen put you up to this? No, not at all. In fact, Tristen's not my fiancé. I knew it. Tristen did nothing wrong. I'm just tired of you trying to push the right job and the right girl on me. The two of you may not actually be engaged, but I can tell something's going on between you two. Are you romantically involved? James looks at you, at a loss for words. Well, this has gotten awkward. I'm gonna go. You rush outside, cheeks burning. You've pulled out your phone to text a friend when James rushes up to you. Tristen, wait. I can take you home, walk you home at least. Don't you have to deal with your parents? They can wait. It's probably better I give them time to, reflect. That's nice of you, but it's fine, James. The night's over. I'm not your fiancé, and we don't need to pretend. We can even go back to not liking each other like normal. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't want that. The thing is, Tristen, I do like you. Perhaps as more than friends. He takes your hand, his gaze meeting yours, eyes searching your face. James, I don't know, well... Suddenly your phone starts ringing. You gasp when you see the caller ID. I can't believe it. Tristen, who is it? It's Gabriella. Oh, snap. Professor Vasquez's daughter called and we don't get to know the outcome. Well, there you have it, guys. That is very interesting. If I would have worn the black dress, things would have gone kind of similarly. In fact, very similarly. We would have ran out of there either way. Things would have been implied. Nothing changed, except for the mom wasn't impressed with my dress.
this time. So yeah. I guess until next time, guys, we'll get to find out why Gabriella and Professor Vasquez stopped talking, possibly, within the. I think we find that out by the end of this book. But yeah. Until next time, guys. Raven out.